everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. Today's video I want to show you how to assemble the Christmas mailboxes. So I have a couple of these. They're good size boxes. You can fill them up with all kinds of stuff. You put some crinkle paper or anything in there and put some gifts in it. It also has this little front pocket. I don't know if you can see it. And then the mail drop hole, which so anyway, there's lots to this little box. They are such fun gift boxes. We have two of them. This is the North Pole, and then the one that we're going to work on today is for Santa. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you what pieces come with it, and then we'll layer it and get it all ready. So we have a little embellishment piece. This is the mail slot hole. We have our little sentiment. This says for Santa, and I haven't glued it together yet, so I'll show that to you in a second. And this one also has the holly. Then we have two embellishment pieces for the front, and I cut these from brown. This is your front pocket, and it has 5 score lines on it. Then you have 4 embellishment panels. The front one has the hole in it, and everything lines up. You have 2 side pieces and then a back piece. And then finally you have the box. Now I have to tell you, when I was cutting this out, I ripped it, and this was my last sheet of red paper. So we're going to go ahead and use this ripped piece. Your file will be correct, I promise. So you have 2 pieces. You'll have the one with the front has the longer piece, and then the back one has the 2 shorter pieces. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and score both of these pieces, and we're going to fold all the score lines down towards the table or away from you. And I really hope this piece will work that's torn. Okay. We're going to do the same with this one. Fold everything down. And then I'm going to go ahead and assemble or glue these 2 pieces together first. I'm just going to use some of my tape. And we're going to go ahead and add that piece right along that score line so that you have this full box. Can you see that in the camera? You have this full box. Now we'll go ahead and decorate it. So this piece, like I said, with the long tab is the front, and the front piece has the cutout hole. I'm going to lay it on there. This is the back piece, the full piece. These do have a little bit of a shadow behind them. And you could cut this with your printed paper. Something with a pattern on it would be really pretty. Or you can leave them off if you don't like it, but I think it really adds to it. Okay, so now we've got just the front is the only piece that's decorated. So I'm going to take this first piece that has the cutout, and it just lines up. If you line it up with the cutout hole, you'll see the little bit of shadow behind it. And then this one, you'll want to make sure that you get it running in the right direction. Oh, that is completely out. I knew it was close. That's why I got the big one out. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and use glue for the rest of these pieces. This is just the mail drop slot. Put some glue on it. Line it up. And our little holly is going to go right on the top of there. I'm going to go ahead and glue that together. And it gets glued on this little white outline piece. And again, there is a bit of a shadow behind it. Let's see, make sure I've got these going in the right direction. This is a pretty simple box, but it's so fun. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and just glue that right there to the top. Next up, I'm going to layer my For Santa. Slide that out of the way just a little bit. And again, all these little letters, you could do them with vinyl. You've seen me do some vinyl on paper, and it's actually my preferred method, but I wanted the color, the paper, to be the same color as the green that I was using behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line these up first and then go ahead and glue them all down. And if you had some tweezers or the silhouette pickup tool, you could use that. We're just going to go ahead and eyeball these. The shadow behind it is big enough that they don't have to be perfect and they still look okay. I like that. Sometimes your shadow pieces are really tiny and then trying to line them up just is frustrating. So on this one I did it a little bit bigger. Get back over there, Mr. T. I think these would be really fun on a tiered tray or an entryway or on your mantle. Oh, I just had a good idea. You could do these all like in browns and golds, old-fashioned, and do a whole bunch of them and have like a row of old-fashioned mailboxes on display. That would be really fun. I've got a old-time stuffed Santa. Maybe I'll make a bunch of these and have him sit on the desk or the mantle with these. So do you do the same Christmas decorations year after year, or do you do something completely new every year, or a little of both? Let me know. Okay, so there's my For Santa. I'm going to set it aside for just a minute, and we're going to go ahead and put together our sleeve box. So there's 4 score lines on here, and we're going to fold them all down and away from us. And you're going to want to get a really good crisp fold on those. This bottom one is pretty tiny. Doesn't mean you cut it out wrong. It just needs to be tiny so that it's a pocket, but it doesn't poke way out. Normally I don't do tabs that are that tiny, but that was about the only way to get this one to work. Okay, so there is our little pocket. What we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this teeny tiny tab first. And we're going to glue it onto our box and just hold it. Kind of press it with your fingers. Okay, now I'm going to put glue on. I wanted to make sure this is in the camera. We're going to put glue on those 2 back flaps. And this is so much easier if you do this before the box is assembled. I've done it both ways. It's so much easier to get this little thing on here first and then assemble the box. Okay, and then if you want to, you can flip it around, and if you've got something, a little stick, I'm just going to use this little owl, kind of just press it like that. Now we can take our Santa. I didn't get that on there completely straight, but it's okay. And you can put for Santa on the front. You could put it up here. I'm going to actually put it on the front of the little pocket. And that is really not on there very straight. It's making me crazy. But if I pull it off, it's going to rip the paper. So we're just going to have to leave it as is. Okay, now what I want to do is, we're done with the glue. I'm going to go ahead and put tape on these 4 tabs. So the 3 bottom and the side. Our little torn one. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put some tape right here along the bottom on that tab. While it's flipped over, let's go ahead and fold this in half. So we're going to fold the side in, and then we're going to fold the front in, and we're going to line those up and stick them together. Then, once we have that, oh, my little paired tab is stuck to the table. We're going to turn in those 2 side tabs. Actually, I do those first. And then the back tab. Make sure it's all squared up. And then that front tab. And just kind of square it up. And even with that torn one, it went together pretty good. But yours won't be torn, I promise. And then again, just stick your hand in there and press that down. And my pocket is starting to come up because I had tried to pull it off because it wasn't lined up. Okay, and there is your For Santa mailbox with the crooked front. I will definitely fix that for the pictures. But that's all there is to create these. They do go together really quickly and pretty easy, as you just saw, and they are lots and lots of fun. And they're pretty big. I mean, I can stick my whole hand in there, so they'd hold some treats or a small gift. They're pretty usable. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. Please hit subscribe down below, and we'll catch you next time.